Millions of hardworking people wake up every day, follow the rules, and still feel they're drowning. In a turbulent economy defined by constant downsizing and layoffs, they're clinging to worn-out life preservers, hoping a steady paycheck will keep them afloat. Yet look around. The straight-A students who did everything right, who studied hard and secured safe jobs, are often paralyzed by financial anxiety. Meanwhile, the bold rule breakers, the ones who rarely fit the academic mold, are out there building massive fortunes. Our educational system programs us with a very specific, restrictive formula. We are taught to play it safe, memorize the right answers, and avoid mistakes at all costs. We learn to sit quietly and wait for a guaranteed green light before making a move. Those exact rules actively prevent you from achieving financial freedom. By demanding that you avoid all risk and never make a mistake, this formula strips you of the exact boldness required to invent wealth. To understand how wealth is actually generated, you have to look past the physical cash. Money is not a physical reality. It's a modern invention held together by fear and mutual agreement. Decades ago, the dollars in your pocket were silver certificates, backed by actual, tangible assets held in a vault. Today, that physical backing is gone. Our entire currency system rests on a simple promise. Treating this paper as a scarce physical reality is the exact trap that keeps the middle class running in the rat race. If you believe money is a hard object you must physically dig up or manufacture, you will spend your entire life trading your limited hours just to get it. But because money is just an idea, you don't actually need a massive pile of physical cash to create wealth. You only need a trained mind and the financial intelligence to structure an agreement. We have fully left the industrial age behind. Today, wealth is no longer constrained by massive factories, physical borders, or acres of land. We are operating in the information age. A single, bold idea can now scale into a global enterprise in just a few years. Because financial information moves at the speed of light, wealth is no longer a matter of slow accumulation, but of rapid execution. In this high-speed environment, an untrained mind will easily fall into extreme debt and poverty. But a highly trained mind becomes the single most powerful asset a person can possess, perfectly equipped to capture this fast-moving capital. Let's look at exactly how wealth invention works in the real world. Imagine a distressed real estate market. You spot a house that was previously valued at $75,000, but because the owner needs immediate cash, the asking price has dropped to $20,000. You make a move. Instead of draining your own savings, you borrow a $2,000 down payment from a lender to lock in the purchase. You now control the asset.
You find a buyer who has a steady income but lacks the credit score to get a traditional mortgage. For them, the value of the home is tied to the access you provide. You offer them owner financing for $60,000, a price they are willing to pay for the chance to bypass the bank, and they sign a promissory note. You take their first payments, return the borrowed $2,000 to your lender with interest, and completely remove your own financial exposure from the board. Look at what just happened. You left zero personal cash in that transaction. By providing financing that the market lacked, you assembled $40,000 in new assets purely through knowledge and a signature. Financial insiders call this an infinite return. It happens when you use your intelligence to solve a problem and get paid for it, without leaving a single cent of your own capital tied up in the deal. The middle class almost never experiences this. Their only known formula for acquiring an asset is to scrape together what is left of their heavily taxed paycheck and hand it over to a bank or a broker. When you pull your initial cash out of a successful investment and still own the cash-flowing asset, you have quite literally invented money out of thin air. In the world of investing, there are two distinct types of people. The Type 1 investor plays it safe. They walk into a bank or call a broker and buy sanitized, pre-packaged investments like mutual funds right off a shelf. Then there is the Type 2 investor. This is the master architect. Instead of buying a finished product, they actively hunt for undervalued opportunities, gather the capital, and snap the pieces of the deal together themselves. The primary barrier keeping people from becoming that master architect is a deep-seated, paralyzing fear of making a mistake. They equate investing with blind gambling. But in an inflationary economy where the purchasing power of your savings drops every single year, Trying to avoid risk entirely is actually the most dangerous financial move you can make. The wealthy do not gamble blindly. They mitigate their downside by building superior technical knowledge. They don't run from risk. They learn how to manage it. If you sit around waiting for the market to be perfect, waiting for every single traffic light to turn green before you leave your driveway, you will never start your journey. You have to create your own luck. Start small today. Plant tiny seeds in your asset column. Some will grow, some won't. But your focus right now must be on gaining real-world experience, not just waiting for an immediate payout. Those who obstinately cling to the old formula of working 40 hours a week for a steady paycheck are going to be violently left behind by the sheer speed of the information age. Stop working yourself to the bone to earn the illusion of money. Take control of your mind, invest in your financial intelligence, and start inventing your own wealth.